Isle of Jura is an upcoming fishing game where you play as young Alex, who travels to the island to find fish species to study for her biology report. It was created and published by EM Games and Sadok LLC, who were gracious enough to provide me a copy of the game so that I may share my experience with you prior to its release on February 11th. It begins with Alex talking with her mother about needing to finish a biology report, and her mother suggesting the Isle of Jura, where Alex's grandfather liked to visit. So off Alex goes on a ferry to the island where she meets the ferryman and then her grandfather's friend Donald, who gives her a fishing net to start. How neat is that? How many fishing games start you off with a net? Which is a very valid way of fishing. And I really enjoy just how fitting to the fishing vibe this game is. Fishing is a chill and relaxing experience, and you get all of that in the Isle of Jura, with the sound design being pretty top-notch. The roar of the waves, the call of the birds, and the soft music that gently fades in and out really makes you feel like you were truly on a secluded island. The art style is low poly, with everything being really bright and vibrant. Alex has an adorable look, although the other NPCs didn't get the same TLC as she did. The fish aren't exactly the most realistic looking, but I do like that when you catch them, it fills Alex's notebook with facts about the fish, and there are over 50 species to catch in the game. And while you're out there, you might also fish up some artifacts to give to Christy to study for reasons. One of the other inhabitants is Lola, who owns a small restaurant on the cliffside. I'm gonna need you to bust some of these tables, Lola. And despite being literally surrounded by the sea, she's out of seafood. So once you've caught and logged your catches, you can sell them to her and use them for upgrading your fishing gear. Different types of fishing require different types of rods, and it was a unique feature that the different fishing gear also required different trigger methods for catching the fish. There was a method for fishing with the net, one method for fishing with a rod in the ocean and ponds, and then one method for fishing with a rod in the river. I did not care for that one. It was a bit overcomplicated and pretty difficult to keep up with the trigger zone. I mean, look at that thing go. Update! Well, I reached out to the developer, who has adjusted the max speed for the slider, so now it is much better. Still challenging, but actually doable. So this was a lot less frustrating than it was before. You can also do a bit of deep sea fishing, although this got a little buggy on me and I got stuck in a text box loop several times when I tried to return to the island. But I've reached out to the developers and this is something that they're going to address. Update. During my chat with the developer, he listened to my concerns and addressed the bugginess, and it's all fixed and I've had no problems since. So I really appreciate when developers listen to the players when there's a problem. So he fixed this quickly. Thank you. This game is off to a good start. It's a beautiful, relaxing game that is short by design, but with limited activities, it became pretty repetitive pretty quickly. I know that the Isle of Jura is a real place. It's a Hebridean island off the coast of Scotland with a large wildlife population, especially red deer. And it would have been nice to have some other wildlife represented. You can't even see the fish or the fish shadows in the water, and it's a fishing game. Also, it would have been nice if the artifacts were tied to the overall culture of the island or somehow added to the progression of the game. Small tweaks that really would have taken things to the next level. But if you're interested in games that are a bit more challenging, here is a game hand selected just for you.